This is David Van Noy here with the Kansas City Real Estate Market Update for October 2025. I want to start with some information from both sides of the state line. We've got Jackson County, Missouri. We've got Johnson County, Kansas. Here's what's happening in Kansas City real estate right now. The closings are down in Johnson County around 7%, but prices are holding steady. And this is averaging somewhere around 555,000. So we keep track of that average just to see what the homes are going to be doing across the board, but you should recognize on your home it might be different. The average sales time is 30 to 60 days, not the 2 weeks that it was last year in Johnson County. So it's still a seller's market, just a little bit more balanced. That's what you should be experiencing. In Jackson County, the closings are down around 4%. So the average price is actually up in Jackson County around 3% to 330,000. So very different averages across the two counties here. And there's a slower pace in Jackson County, but the buyers are getting more negotiation power. And the well-maintained homes, we call them the cream puffs, are actually still selling. Now the price segments, the entry level is still moving very fast. The move up market, these buyers are more selective. So if you've got a luxury property, say above 800,000 in either markets, the buyers are a little more selective here. And in the luxury market, it's strong in Johnson County, a slight slowdown, but steady. In regards to buyer behavior and financing, let's group these thoughts together. The conventional financing dominates, and it usually does, so that's not abnormal. But the VA loans are down in Jackson County. Also of note here is the investors are pulling back quite a bit. So there's less all cash competition from investors coming into the market. We're seeing their offers are down somewhere in the whole marketplace around 12 to 14%. Mortgage rates, 30-year fixed just dropped to 6.3% on average. So obviously your specifics will vary differently based on your credit score and your history and things like that. So you need to talk to your local lender about that. But analysts expect that there will be small declines later this year if the Fed loosens the policy. So we're not going to go too deeply into that, but if you'd like to chat about that specifically, I can definitely talk to you about that on a one-on-one basis if you'd like to reach out or send me an email. So the slight rate relief that we're seeing in the market means more buyers are returning to the market, which is a good thing across the board for everybody. So big picture, Missouri homes are at decade lows in regards to the overall pace, but the prices are still going up. So this is confusing, especially when people say like, well, how's the market going? Well, prices are still really good, but as far as a real estate company is concerned, the amount of sales are down, so you have to determine what that means for you. But KC remains one of the few metros that's still appreciating while other metropolitan areas are flattening. So the market isn't crashing, it's normalizing. The sellers need to price sharp and plan for like a 30 to 60 day sale, depending on where you are exactly and what type of home you have. The buyers, what I would be thinking if I were a buyer right now, and what we're trying to tell people every day is more choice, more leverage, and more decisive on the good homes. All right, so that's the update for right now. If you have specific questions about the value of your home, you can always reply to this email. You can shoot me a message. You can email me, David@vannoyre.com.